Hello, everybody. DishNet34 Rob Tomlinson here, welcoming you to today's episode of This Week in Perfect Team, episode number 210 for Future Legends 2. Whoo boy. Welcome in. What a day it has been so far. What a week it is. We are so close to the All-Star game. Oh man, we're getting close to the MLB draft coming up here. We got a lot of baseball stuff coming up in the near future that I'm excited for, and I know that you guys are excited for it too. Whoo boy. Oh man, I literally just got back from getting interviewed by my local TV station for the Singapore trip that I did for the broadcasting stuff, which was pretty cool. But honestly, I don't know if it's as cool as some of these cards that we have in store for you all today. Oh boy, because we have some hot future legends coming up for you all today. It is going to be fantastic. I hope you're ready for them because, oh boy, these are some of my favorite cards of the year. All right, folks, let's get started. First of all, we got some news and notes to talk about here today. And the first one, obviously, is what is coming up this Saturday with the third Perfect Team Championship Series coming up Saturday, July 8th, beginning at noon Eastern. Hey, that's 48 hours from this live broadcast. Finals coverage will be on the Out of the Park Development's Twitch channel that evening, when we will be doing it live this time with the games and not just being like a recap of what went down throughout the entire day, because I actually don't have any commitments on Saturday, so that's going to be fun. Top 128 teams from the last 4 cumulative weeks will be participating in this PTCS, and as always, players will get points based on how they finish in the Perfect Team Championship Series, with the top 64 from those standings going to the PT Master Series coming up in a few months from now. And of course, there'll be separate PTMSs for regular tourneys and for perfect drafts. And first place through 32nd place in each PTCS will get a brand new PTCS exclusive card depending on how they finished. And that's going to be a fun time as always. Just a reminder of what the formats are going to be. All formats will have a 1985 run environment with a designated hitter. You got an Iron Defensive Era to Live Open. You got Bronze Defensive Era to Live 1451 cap. We got a Silver Defensive Era to Live 1551 cap for those competing in Silver. The Gold PTCS format, Gold Defensive Era to Live 1851 cap. You got the Diamond Defensive Era to Live 1951 cap. The Open Defensive Era to Live 2051 cap. A lot of Defensive Era to Live, just in case you haven't recognized that yet. The wild card is the High Gold Floor Defensive Era to Live 2351 cap. The weekly tournaments, non-live Defensive Era to Live Open, which will not include live cards, even though it does say live in the title. It will not include live cards in that card pool. The Perfect Draft Daily is going to be a Defensive Era to Live Perfect Draft. The Perfect Draft Weekly is going to be a Defensive Era to Live Double Perfect Draft. Now, with the Defensive Era to Live, that will include future legend cards. It will include live cards, except for the weekly tournaments. So, just a little heads up based on some information I received after the stream last week. All right, so there's a look at what PTCS 3 has in store. Real quick, though, speaking of programming here on This Week in Perfect Team, I want to let you know right now, before we move forward, is that due to scheduling issues with my job, the Thursday, July 13th live edition of This Week in Perfect Team is going to go live at 1 p.m. Eastern next week. So next week, We're not going to be starting at noon. We're going to be starting at 1 with the live broadcast because I have another commitment at noon for my job. Got it cleared with the folks up top. Yeah, I know. I do have another job. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you know, that can supersede this job most times. So new cards and etc. will not go live in-game until after the live broadcast next week. Still the same deal. So there you go. Thursday, July 13th will be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, not at noon. Alrighty. But you know what doesn't start at noon? It just goes 24/7 whenever you need it. It is Stathead Baseball, powered by Baseball Reference. And of course, you know, you can use code 23 OOTP25 at checkout to save $25 off an annual baseball or all sport subscription. Yes, $25 off. Who doesn't like saving $25 on the services like this? This is pretty darn cool. And I mean, you know, we use Baseball Reference quite a lot over here. We use StatHead quite a lot as well. You know, it works very well. I mean, you can go with any parameters you want, like how many home runs did this guy have from this date to this date, or from this year to this year, and he'll just spit it out for you. That's insane. That's crazy. And you can save $25 off a subscription to this service. That's pretty darn good. And you know, we talk about all sports subscriptions. It's not just for baseball. It's for basketball. It's for football. It's for hockey. Those are some good sports as well, folks. Pretty underrated ones, if you ask me, but pretty cool stuff right here. Stathead Baseball, powered by Baseball Reference. If you use code 23OOTP25 at checkout, save $25 off an annual baseball or all sports subscription. The offer has been extended until December 31st, so you got a few more months to take advantage of this fantastic offer. Whoo, but. All right, so there you go, Stathead Baseball. Good stuff right there. All right, let's move on to the business of today, and that is Future Legends 2, the second and final set of Future Legends that we will have, including a Mission Topper reward. Who doesn't like missions? Who doesn't like mission toppers, folks? That's going to be pretty darn cool right here. Now we're going to have 55 cards in total released with this set today. We're going to show off 15 of them to you here today. How many were in the first set? I believe 55 or 56 of them as well. So we are running the gamut with the top 100 prospects, well, top 100 plus prospects, thanks to our friends over at Fangraphs. So here we go. Let's get started. And we're going to start off in the silver level with a few cards that we'll have in the set today. And we start off over at the hot corner. And we bring to you the number 3 prospect, according to Fangraphs, in the Marlins system, the 99 overall prospect, number 99 overall prospect in the game, according to Fangraphs. It is 70 overall from the Miami Marlins, Yide Cappe. Yide Cappe, 72 BABIP, 78 power, 74 void K, 87 contact, 51 gap power, and 64 I. And not a whole lot of splits on this guy between lefties and righties. Pretty much a 1 or 2 point difference in a lot of these categories, and pretty much all the categories. So pretty evenish splits on this guy. That's going to be valuable at the silver level. Can play third base, can play some shortstop as well. Given the defensive shape, though, I'd probably play him a little bit more at third. 73 range, 50 error, 80 infield arm, 60 on the turn double play. Now, he is eligible to learn at first, second, and the whole entire outfield if you use him in league play. Could be valuable if you're running, if you get this guy maybe early on in your perfect team career. You may want to play him somewhere else potentially. In the outfield, he has 52 range, 45 error, 61 on the arm, 58 speed, 67 stealing, 69 base running. Yide Cape, very young guy, 20 years old, coming into this season, currently an A-plus ball for the Marlins. Now, last year, in 67 games between A-ball and rookie ball, I don't know why it says 37 games up there, but whatever. Well, I guess we're just kind of focusing on his 37 games in A-ball with Jupiter here. He hit 279, 299, 380 with 3 homers and 15 RBI. Now, down in Rookie League, he hit over 300, 6 homers, 25 RBI. So 9 homers and 40 RBI in his second professional season at age 19 last year. That's pretty darn good. Now, they gave him a bit of a decent assignment, A-plus this year, Beloit in the Midwest League. And so far, it's been a little bit up and down, I guess you could say. Hitting 233, 266, 338 with 4 homers, 34 RBI in, that should be saying 72 games. I forgot to update that part of the slide. So 72 games, 4 homers, 34 RBI. The OPS is around a 604, so he's definitely got a little bit of work to do. He's still young. The age difference is still about a couple of years below the average of the level. So there's still a lot of room for growth for Yide Cape here. But he is in Perfect Team 24 as a 70 overall card. Number 3 Miami prospect according to Fangraphs with a 50 future value grade. Yide Cape in Perfect Team 24. Yeah, it did look like A+ is kicking his behind a little bit. All right, next up, let's go to our next silver card of the day, and we go down to the Texas Rangers system. And we bring to you the number 111 overall prospect according to Fangraphs, Texas's number 5 prospect, and it is 74 overall right-handed starter Jack Leiter. Jack Leiter, 88 stuff, 78 movement, 75 homer rating, 74 pitcher BABIP, and 62 on the control. A little bit better against righties than he is against lefties. He's got 90 stuff, 82 movement, 79 homer rating, 76 pitcher BABIP, and 64 control, all against righties. Now, against lefties, it's not bad, just compared to his ratings. 85 stuff, 74 movement, 70 homer rating, 72 pitcher BABIP, 59 control. But this is mainly a guy you want to pitch against righties here. 82 stamina, 49 on the hold runners. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup combo, all in the 80s in terms of ratings. Some pretty good stuff right there. Now, Jack Leiter, lot of hype coming out of college, coming out of Vanderbilt. Number 2 overall in the 2021 draft. The minor leagues have not exactly been kind to Jack Leiter so far. Talking about his AA season in 2022 here, 3-10 with a 5.54 ERA. It was not good. A 1.554 whip, 10.6 strikeouts per 9, 5.4 walks per 9. So at least the peripherals in terms of strikeouts were decent, but man, oh man, the walks have been absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal for Jack Leiter so far. I mean, he's still got a little bit of room for growth. And looking at his stats in AA so far, you know, it's a little better. I guess you could call it a little bit better. 2-4 record in 14 games right now with a 4.85 ERA. Strikeouts have gone up, but also the walks have gone up a little bit. The homer rate has also gone up a little bit. 1.415 whip, though, which has kind of come down from last year. 11.8 strikeouts per nine, 5.7 walks per nine, 65 innings pitched. You know, this guy definitely has a lot of room for improvement. All right, definitely a lot of room for improvement to kind of recapture the days he played at Vanderbilt. He still has a bit of a bright future, but right now he needs to really work on the control, needs to work on the command, and definitely needs to keep the ball in the ballpark. So he's in Frisco right now, Double-A. We'll see how he does rest of the year. See if he can get up to Triple-A next year, but he's going to be 24 next year. So we'll see what happens. So there you go. Jack Leiter from the Texas Rangers in Perfect Team 24. All right, next up, we got one more silver to show off for you today. This is not the last silver, obviously, in the set. Just a selection, just the last of our selection of silvers that we're going to be showing off for you today. I wouldn't say Leiter's a bust quite yet. I wouldn't say he's a bust quite yet. Maybe another year of middling performance, and then maybe we think about it, but I don't want to be too hasty on that. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the NL Central system for this one right here. And we go to the St. Louis Cardinals system with their number 2 overall prospect, the number 44 overall prospect, according to Fangraphs. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring to you 79 overall shortstop, Masyn Winn. Masyn Winn, 75 BABIP, 54 power, 71 avoid K, 79 contact, 92 gap power, and 74 I. He can play, his main position is shortstop. He can play second. He can play center field off rip. He can also learn over at first, third, and the entire outfield. But what you're going to get on the stock defense is going to be second base, shortstop, and center field. Defensively, though, he's pretty darn interesting here. 82 range, 69 error, 109 arm on the infield, and 78 on the turn double play. Speed, stealing, and base running, not bad either. 86 speed, 98 stealing, 66 base running. Has a little bit of outfield as well. 66 range, 53 error, 93 arm in the outfield. 89 sack bunt, 61 on the bunt for hit. Kind of surprised that given his defensive shape, doesn't have a whole lot of experience over at third base yet, which is very, very curious. Now, when I look at Baseball Reference, it doesn't give you what positions they have played in the minors so far. Does it kind of give you that in Fangraphs? Which positions they've played? Okay, a little bit. Okay, so he's mainly been playing shortstop, but honestly, given the defensive shape, you might want to train him up at third base if you're playing him in league. If you get this card, don't have a whole lot of other options, I would definitely be playing this guy, training him up over at third base. But that's just me. That's just me looking at the card objectively here. Now, Masyn Winn, coming out of the draft, was a bit of a two-way prospect coming out of high school here. Minor leagues have not been bad to him so far. Did struggle a little bit early on in his age 19 season between A and A+, hit 242. But he has really come along a little bit so far. Last couple of years, over in 2022, 283 last year, 12 homers, 63 RBI in 119 games between A+ and Double-A. Had a pretty good Arizona Fall League last year, hit 294, 407, 353. So far this year, it's not been too bad for him over in AAA Memphis. A very aggressive assignment, if you ask me, for a 21-year-old. 263, 335, 388 so far, 9 homers and 35 RBI for the Memphis Redbirds right now. 78 games so far for that team. So he still has a bit of a ways to go. I don't think there's a whole lot of pitching ratings on this card because he's only pitched 1 inning in the minor leagues, and that was back during his first professional year back in 2021. So I don't expect there to be some pitching ratings, but I'm not 100% sure. And we're getting questions about whether or not the first name is spelled correctly. It is spelled correctly. It is supposed to be Masyn. I don't want to have an indictment of naming practices with American families nowadays, but that's a whole other discourse for another time. But there you go, Mason Wynn, shortstop from the St. Louis Cardinals, can also play some second base, can also play some center field. He is in Perfect Team 24. Alrighty. Next up, let's show off a few gold cards, because I know a lot of people like some gold cards. And we start off in the LA Dodgers system. Let's go to the LA Dodgers system, and let's go to their number 5 prospect in their system. And the number 58 overall prospect, according to Fangraphs, ladies and gentlemen, 82 overall left fielder from the LA Dodgers. It is Andy Pages, or is it Andy Pius? I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce it. I think it's Pius because it's not Pages, but yeah. But either way, Andy Pius from the LA Dodgers, 77 BABIP, 98 power, 48 avoid K, 89 contact, 68 gap, and 84 on the eye. Some pretty good splits both sides. However, might be a little bit better against lefties than he is against righties. He's got 82 BABIP, 100 power, 49 avoid K, 94 contact, 69 gap, and 87 eye. Can play all 3 outfield positions. Probably more of a corner guy. Left field, right field, more than likely. If you want to try him out in center field, I wish you luck. He's got 58 range, 62 error, 92 arm. Can play, is technically eligible to learn first and third as well, although I wouldn't 100% recommend it. 18 range on the infield, 26 error on the infield, 78 arm though, but only 5 on the turn double play. 56 speed, 52 stealing, 57 base running as well, 58 sack bunt, 39 on the bunt for hit. Now, Pius is a big power prospect in the Dodgers system. He has had 19 or more homers in each of the last 3 full minor league seasons, which is kind of incredible to think about if you look at it. I mean, 2022 was a bit of a truncated, well, yeah, each of the last 3 years. 2022, he had a pretty good season in the Arizona Fall League, but man, oh man, last couple of years with Tulsa, AA, 2022, 236, 336, 468, 26 homers, 80 RBI. You go a year back to 21, his age 20 season at A-plus ball, 265, 394, 539 with 31 homers and 88 RBI for the Great Lakes Loons in High A Central, which is just, whew. I mean, hitting in Michigan is, kind of a neutral site, but that's still some good numbers. That's still some darn good numbers right there. 19 homers in the 2019 season in rookie ball in Ogden. This guy can definitely be hitting some dingers. Definitely can hit some dingers. So far this year, he has 3 homers and a 277 average and 25 RBI up at AA. 284, 3 homers, 25 RBI in 33 games at AA. I'm not sure if he's kind kind of facing some injury issues right now, which is maybe why he has that low of a game count right now. But right now, you know, he's definitely one of those Dodgers prospects to watch. So there you go. Andy Pius from the LA Dodgers is in. Perfect team 24. All right, next up, let's go back to the infield. Let's go to a corner infield spot. Let's go to a corner infield spot. Let's go over to first base, because first base, you know, you don't see a whole lot of really great prospects that just play first base, because, you know, first base is more of like a power position, not a whole lot of defensive value, yada, yada, yada. But this next guy can definitely hit right here. Ladies and gentlemen, 85 overall from the Tampa Bay Rays system. The number 42 overall prospect in baseball, according to Fangraphs, it is Kyle Manzardo. Kyle Manzardo, 89 BABIP, 84 power, 79 avoid K, 105 contact, 91 gap, and 85 I. And look at those splits up there against righties. Whew. That's a lot of teal. That's a little bit of blue. Whoo boy. Whoo boy. 91 BABIP against righties, 86 power, 81 avoid K, 108 contact, 93 gap, and 87 I against righties. That's incredible. Now, against lefties, it's not terrible. It's 84 BABIP, 79 power, 74 avoid K, 97 contact, 85 gap, 81 I. Probably more of a platoon bat with this guy, more than likely. Heck, you could probably platoon this guy with maybe a future legend, Curtis Mead. Have an all Tampa Bay Rays first base platoon right there. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Now, defensively, he can play first base. He can learn the rest of the infield technically. He can learn the corner outfield technically. But what you're going to get stock here is first base. 48 range, 50 error, 45 infield arm, and 42 turn double play. Not going to get a lot of speed and stealing out of him. 13 speed, 17 stealing, 42 base running. But this guy is going to mash. This guy's going to mash for your team. Fangraphs, again, number 42 overall prospect, being number 3 overall prospect in the Tampa Bay system with a 50 future value. And I loved this part of a scouting report I saw on Kyle Manzardo. His calling card is a premium feel for contact. I love scout speak sometimes, and that is a scout speakiest statement right there. A premium feel for contact. Anyway, 2023 over in AAA. It's been a little bit up and down for him. 239, 343, 443 on the slash line, 11 homers, and 38 RBI on the season. Now, last couple of years for Kyle Manzardo, let's take a look at those real quick. Hide the old partial rows here. In 2022, he hit 327, 426, 617 between A+ and AA ball with 22 homers and 81 RBI. And that followed, you know, a solid career at Washington State in the Pac-12, where he was pretty darn good. Had 16 homers, 105 RBI in college, 336, 404, 533 his career slash line at the NCAA level. So this guy, good feel for contact. Not bad. Not bad. Kyle Manzardo from the Rays is in. Perfect team 24. All right, next up, let's go back to the pitcher's mound for our next gold card of the day. And let me tell you, folks, Cleveland has quite a lot of pitchers in their system right now. I mean, we have, oh my goodness, at least a few Cleveland guys in this set. I mean, at least 1, 2, 3, 4. We have at least 5 Cleveland guys in this set today. Kind of all over the place. One of them, however, is their number 6 overall prospect at a 50 future value. The number 93 overall prospect, according to Fangraphs, we have 86 overall right-handed starter Daniel Espino from the Cleveland Guardians. 99 stuff, 73 movement, 66 homer rating, 89 pitcher BABIP, and 83 on the control. Now, against righties, it's pretty darn interesting right here. 103 stuff, 75 movement, 68 homer, 92 pitcher BABIP, and 85 control. That's not a bad layout right there. The homer rating is a little bit concerning, though. A little bit concerning if you get this guy. Might give up quite a few long bombs. But he can definitely strike out quite a lot of folks. 65 stamina, 50 on the hold runners. He's got a fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup. So far in minor league baseball, he has made mincemeat of a lot of batters. Now, he hasn't been able to play so far this year in 2023. I have a feeling it's injury related right there. I'd have to go back and look. But each of his first 3 full seasons in the minor leagues has had double-digit strikeout per 9 numbers. 12.9 in 2019 between rookie and A- ball. 2021 between A+ and A ball. 14.9 strikeouts per 9. Last year with Akron, pitched in only 4 games, so a little bit of small sample size here. 18 1/3 innings pitched, 2.45 ERA, 1-0 in his 4 starts, 17.2 strikeouts per 9, 35 strikeouts in 18 1/3 innings compared to just 4 walks. Now, he did give up 4 homers in those 18 1/3 innings. Kind of translates to a 2 homer per 9, but again, small sample size on this guy. But right now, this guy pretty darn good. Yep, he has Tommy John this year. Yep, that is okay. Oof. Interior capsule repair out 12 to 14 months. Yikes. Yikes. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. But you know what? Espino, bright future ahead of him if he stays healthy. So there you go. Daniel Espino from the Cleveland Guardians, 86 overall, is in Perfect Team 24. Now, I see there was someone in chat that was asking about New York Yankees prospects with the emoji of someone talking to a brick wall. Well, guess what? This brick wall is sentient. This brick wall has heard you. And this brick wall is bringing to you the Yankees' number 3 overall prospect, according to Fangraphs, the number 50 overall prospect in baseball, according to Fangraphs, and it is 88 overall center fielder Jason Dominguez. Jason Dominguez, 81 BABIP, 90 power, 55 avoid K, 93 contact, 93 gap, and 89 I. And some pretty even splits on this guy. Whew, boy, only about 1 or 2 point difference between each category here. Solid play both ways right here. Can play all 3 outfield positions, left field, center field, right field. Might be better suited for the corner outfield right here. 74 range, 72 error, 83 on the arm, 65 speed, 85 stealing, 67 base running with a 62 sack bunt and a 55 bunt for hit. Now, he can play all three outfield positions. He is eligible to learn first, second, and third. Wouldn't recommend it, however. 38 range, 33 error, 46 arm, 24 on the turn double play on the infield. Now, Dominguez has been a highly touted prospect for quite a long time. Like, I feel like he's been in the minor leagues for the Yankees forever, and he's going to be this Death Star once he comes up to the big leagues and just absolutely wreck the league. And so far, you know, that was probably the case the first couple of years that we've known about him. But, you know, he's been kind of struggling this year, though. The struggle has been real in Double-A so far in Somerset for him. He's hitting only 200 with a 343 on base, so at least he's getting on base a little bit. 347 slugging percentage, 10 homers, 37 RBI. He does have 22 stolen bases, but this guy definitely has a bright future ahead of him. He participated in the All-Star Futures game the last couple of years. I'm not sure if he's going to be in this year's event, but given that he has this prospect pedigree on him, I have a feeling we might see some big things from him. But man, oh man, those struggles at Double-A so far this year have been kind of concerning a little bit. But you never know. You never know. There you go. Jason Dominguez from the New York Yankees, 88 overall in Perfect Team 24. All right, folks, let's get to some of the cream of the crop here. We're going to start getting to some diamond cards. That's right, it is diamond card time. We got 6 diamonds to show off to you from today's set. And we're going to start out. Ooh. Boy, I don't know how I got... Ooh, I don't know how I got my emergency information to the freaking phone there. Whew. Felt something hot in my pants pocket there, and it was my phone. Jeez, oh Pete. Anyway, tangent aside, we stay in the AL East for our next card. And we go with the Boston Red Sox this time for their number 1 overall prospect with a 55 future value, the number 18 overall prospect. According to Fangraphs, it is 93 overall shortstop, Marcelo Mayer. Marcelo Mayer, 78 BABIP, 88 power, 58 avoid K, 91 contact, 85 gap, and 90 on the eye. A little bit better against righties than he is against lefties. 79 BABIP, 90 power, 59 avoid K, 92 contact, 86 gap, and 91 on the eye. Kind of decent against lefties as well. Probably more toward righties, though, is going to be probably what's going to work better for you, probably. He can play shortstop. He's eligible to learn all 3 other positions and the outfield as well. However, base card, you're going to have shortstop on it. Just shortstop. 82 range, 78 error, 85 arm, and 79 on the turn double play. So not terrible on the infield, but given that he's a shortstop, you might consider, if you're playing him in the league, maybe training him up at third, maybe training him up at second base as well, given the shape of his defensive ratings there. Outfield-wise, it's a little bit middling. 64 range, 55 error, 56 on the arm. That's not bad. It's not bad. Boston's number 1 prospect, the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 MLB draft. Some people say that the Red Sox could use his bat in the lineup right now. Not sure about that yet. So far, might be a little bit of a regression year compared to last year at age 19. This year, 20 years old, between A+ and AA, he's hitting 249, 323, 474, 13 homers, 52 RBI, kind of matching his power and RBI input from 2022. Had 13 homers, 53 RBI in 91 games last year between A and A plus ball. Hit 280 that year as well. But so far, Marcelo Mayer, highly touted prospect, coming out of high school back in 2021, had 26 games coming out of high school into the Florida Complex League. Didn't do too badly, but, still has a long ways to go. Probably not going to expect them for maybe another couple years or so. If maybe next year, potentially. That's just my thinking right now. At least in a couple of years, we'll see him in the bigs. And of course, that's all, if things go well and all that good stuff. But, solid guy here at shortstop. 93 overall Marcelo Mayer from the Boston Red Sox. The number 18 overall prospect, according to Fangraphs, is it. Perfect team 23. Yeah, it also depends on how Trevor Story recovers. That's also true. All right, next card, and we go back out to the NL West, and we go back to the Dodgers system for our next card. And I believe this is going to be the first guy that we have actually seen in the big leagues so far this year. Ladies and gentlemen, 94 overall right-handed starter, the number 33 overall prospect, according to Fangraphs, the Dodgers' number 2 prospect. It is 94 overall, Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller, 104 stuff, 96 movement, 87 homer rating, 94 pitcher BABIP, and 75 control. Pretty good splits against righties right here. 105 stuff, 99 movement, 91 homer rating, 96 pitcher BABIP, and 80 control. Against lefties, though, not bad either. 101 stuff, 91 movement, 83 homer rating, 92 pitcher BABIP, and 68 control. Ooh, solid card right here. Probably be a very good starter in a lot of low diamond tournaments, straight up. And he can also be a pretty solid reliever if you decide to use him in the bullpen. 85 stamina, 40 on the hold runners, 94 on the fastball, 94 slider, 62 rated curveball, 66 rated changeup. That's pretty darn good right here. And Bobby Miller made his MLB debut this year, May 23rd, against the Atlanta Braves. And so far, it's not been too bad for Bobby Miller so far. 5-1 in 8 games started, just pitched last night against the Pittsburgh Pirates. He went 5 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, did give up a couple of homers, gave up 4 runs, still got the dub in the 6-4 victory over the Pirates. So far, he's 5-1 with a 4.50 ERA on the season, 8.6 strikeouts per 9, 3.1 walks per 9, and a 1.227 whip, and a 3.72 FIP as well. So it's been kind of a little unlucky when it comes to defense as well. 42 strikeouts to 15 walks in 44 innings pitched. So not a bad guy right here. Bobby Miller could crack a few rotations, if I'm being honest here. He is in perfect team 24. Alrighty. Let's go into the top 10 now of the Fangraphs overall top 10, I guess. And we go back to the NL Central for our next card. And we go to the Milwaukee Brewers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brewers' number 1 prospect and the number 7 overall prospect, according to Fangraphs, with a 60 future value, we have 95 overall, Jackson Chourio. Jackson Chourio, 81 BABIP, 99 power, 66 avoid K, 100 contact, 100 gap power, and 68 on the eye. And he's got some solid splits right here. 84 BABIP, 101 power, 71 avoid K, 105 contact, 101 gap, and 70 eye against lefties. Against righties, he's got 80 BABIP, 99 power, 64 avoid K, 98 contact, 100 gap power, and 67 eye. He can play all 3 outfield positions. He is technically qualified to learn all 4 infield positions. However, it's not going to be on his stock card here. But left field, 107 rating, center field, 83 rating, 93 rating in right field, 87 range, 83 error, and 64 arm. Now, speed, stealing, and base running, pretty darn good. 89 speed, 101 stealing, 95 base running. And if you wanted to play him on the infield, might be more of a corner guy than anything. 60 range, 57 error, 59 arm, and 53 turn double play. Can bunt a little bit too. 77 sack bunt, 40 on the bunt for hit. Now, Jackson Chourio so far in the minor leagues has been pretty darn good. He was the 2022 Carolina League MVP with this stat line right here, folks. If I can get his Carolina League stats. So in 62 games for the Carolina Mudcats in the Carolina League, fitting name, 324, 373, 600 slugging. 600 slugging. 12 homers, 47 RBI, 10 stolen bases in just 62 games, 271 plate appearances for Jackson Chourio, with some pretty decent defense as well. Named the Carolina League MVP and won the league's top MLB Prospect Award. So that's pretty solid stuff in A-ball. He went to Venezuela in the Venezuela Winter League, played in 21 games there. He had a 644 OPS, 1 homer, 4 RBI, 21 games. Meh. But so far in AA, it's not been too bad for Jackson Chourio. 247, 303, 396, 10 homers, 48 RBI, and 23 stolen bases. So he's getting the legs going. He is getting the old legs going there. So there you go. Jackson Chourio, the Brewers' top prospect. Might be able to use him in the outfield now, if you ask me. I mean, you never know, though. But there you go. Jackson Chourio, 95 overall, from the Milwaukee Brewers, is in. Perfect team. 24. All right, next up. Oh, man. Let's go to a very, very hyped pitching prospect in one of the best systems in all of baseball right now. We have heard this guy's name for quite a while. Actually made his MLB debut this year to much hype. He did get sent back down, though, but this guy still has a very good future ahead of him with the Baltimore Orioles. Ladies and gentlemen, 97 overall right-handed starter. It is Grayson Rodriguez. Grayson Rodriguez, 107 stuff, 95 movement, 89 homer rating, 82 pitcher BABIP, and 90 on the control. And he's got some very solid splits. Against righties, 110 stuff, 95 movement, 90 homer rating, 84 pitcher BABIP, 90 control. Against lefties, very, very close to his righty ratings. 105 stuff, 94 movement, 87 homer rating, 80 BABIP, and 90 control. That's pretty darn good right there. 75 stamina, 56 on the hold runner. Fly ball tendency, 96 to 98 miles per hour. He's got a fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and cutter. And for those of you who may or may not be playing in some no DH tournaments, 32 contact, 52 power, and 29 eye at the plate. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now, of course, Grayson Rodriguez, Baltimore's number 3 prospect, a 55 future value, number 17 overall prospect, according to Fangraphs. Made his MLB debut this year. However, he kind of got a bit hit around. Kind of got quite a bit hit around in a few starts. It's kind of like been a roller coaster in terms of his starts here, all right? First start against Kansas City, went 3 2/3, gave up 6 runs on 8 hits. Next matchup against Tampa, went 5 2/3, got the win, gave up a couple runs, 4 strikeouts, couple of walks. That's fine. Next start against the Angels, 3 1/3, 9 hits, 8 runs. Then he goes up to Toronto, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and a walk. Okay, fine. And then Texas. Whoo, boy, Texas. 3 1/3, 6 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned, 3 dingers given up. I'm gonna venture a guess here, and I could just be wrong. But I don't think those starts were ideal. I could be crazy. But so far in AAA, though, for Grayson Rodriguez, he has been dominating those AAA hitters. So far this year, he is 4-0 with a 2.11 ERA in 38 1/3 innings pitched down in the International League, 12.4 strikeouts per 9, 3.8 walks per 9, a 1.07 whip, 53 strikeouts in those 38 1/3 innings pitched. Pretty darn good stuff right there. In terms of run average per 9, it's about a 2.82, so not terrible. 3.31 strikeout to walk ratio. So you know what, this guy, very good in AAA, trying to figure some stuff up before he gets back up to the big leagues. He's been elite down in AAA. But yeah, definitely some growing pains. He's still young. He's still 23 years old. We'll see how he does when he comes back up to the big leagues, because he's going to come back up to the big leagues. All right? I think that's a given. He's going to be coming back up to the Baltimore squad, going to be part of that rotation. And, you know, we might be seeing the Baltimore Orioles in the playoffs. Maybe if things go well. ... So there you go. Grayson Rodriguez from the Baltimore Orioles is in Perfect Team 24. All right, we have just a few more cards in our Future Legends set left to show off to you now. This next guy, we're gonna keep it with the pitchers here. All right, and we're gonna stay on the East Coast of the United States here, and we go to the number 5 overall prospect according to Fangraphs, and the number 1 prospect in this team's system, with a 60 future value, ladies and gentlemen, 98 overall, right-handed starting pitcher from the Philadelphia Phillies, it is Andrew Painter. Andrew Painter, 109 stuff, 84 movement, 76 homer rating, 92 pitcher BABIP, and 86 control. Against righties, though, really good splits against righties. 111 stuff, 87 movement, 81 homer rating, 94 pitcher BABIP, 89 control. Against lefties, though, it's going to be a little bit dicey. 105 stuff, 79 movement, 71 homer rating, 89 pitcher BABIP, though, and 82 on the control. 81 stamina, 41 on the hold runners, fastball, slider, curveball, changeup combo. Andrew Painter, still a bit of a raw prospect. He only got drafted back in 2021, number 13 overall pick, but so far, he's only had one level of experience in a full-ish season. Has not pitched yet this season for the Phillies, more than likely due to injury, but between A+, and AA ball last year, very, very, very solid year. 6-2 with a 2.17 ERA, 103 2/3 innings pitched, 13.5 strikeouts per 9, 2.2 walks per 9, and a homer per 9 rate of 0.4. Only gave up 5 homers in those 103 2/3 innings pitched. Now, this guy is still 20 years old, definitely a big future ahead of him. So he's definitely got a lot of room to grow, a lot of room to get comfortable in the minor league system. But so far, if we go by his stats from last year, he has a bit of a bright future ahead of him. So there you go. Andrew Painter, 98 overall from the Philadelphia Phillies, a 60 future value. That's not bad. That's nothing to shake a stick at here. He is in. Perfect Team 24. Alrighty. Next up, our final diamond of the day, and we go back to the Baltimore system, because let me tell you, Baltimore has one heck of a stacked system right here. Ladies and gentlemen, their number 2 overall prospect and the number 1 overall pick in the 2022 MLB draft, ladies and gentlemen, 99 overall shortstop, Jackson Holliday. Jackson Holliday, 88 BABIP, 79 power, 102 contact, 79 avoid K, 86 gap, and 88 on the eye. Look at the splits against righties here, folks. This is pretty good here. 89 BABIP, 80 power, 80 avoid K, 104 contact, 88 gap, and 89 on the eye. 83 speed, 87 stealing, 88 base running, so very solid there. Defensively, I would say this guy is more of a second baseman than he is a shortstop. However, he is already trained up at second and short on the base card. So you can kind of mix and match a little bit, second and short. 94 rating at second base, 79 rating at shortstop, 85 range, 78 error, 66 arm, and 77 on the turn double play. 83 speed, 87 stealing, 88 base running, we already went over that. 68 sack bunt, and 29 on the bunt for hit. He can play a little bit of outfield as well if you really want to train him up. 57 range, 58 error, 42 arm. Probably not going to do a whole lot for you out there in the outfield. But Jackson Holliday, this year so far, has been absolutely tearing the cover off the ball in the lower levels. Between A and A+ ball, 328, 464, 520 with 7 homers, 50 RBI, and 20 stolen bases. And I believe a brother of his is expected to be taken in this year's draft. So there's something to, or at least this year's, maybe even next year's draft potentially. I'm not 100% sure what the draft class looks like right now, outside of, a couple of the LSU guys. But this is kind of building off what he did between A and rookie ball last year, coming out of high school. 20 games, 90 play appearances, hit 297, 489, 422 with a homer, 9 RBI, and 4 stolen bases, 19, 464 down in those levels last year at the age of 18. Age of 19? Oh boy, he has been just killing it right now. Just absolutely killing it right now. So, give him a few years to kind of get used to the minor league level, get used to some higher level pitching. We might see this guy in a couple of years, Jackson Holliday. So there you go. Jackson Holliday from the Baltimore Orioles is in. Perfect Team 24. All right, couple more cards left to go, and they are both perfect cards, folks. And oh boy, what perfect cards we have for y'all today. Because these next two guys are two of the most hyped prospects in MLB today that are killing it at the major league level right now. And we start off, oh boy, we start off with the number 6 overall prospect, according to Fangraphs, who has been fueling a rise to the top of the division with their club right now. He has been just tearing the cover off the ball after making his MLB debut. Ladies and gentlemen, 100 overall from the Cincinnati Reds, third baseman, 100 overall, Elly De La Cruz. 86 BABIP, 111 power, 58 avoid K, 104 contact, 101 gap, and 81 I. Against righties, he's got 88 BABIP, 113 power, 60 avoid K, 107 contact, 102 gap, and 83 I. Against lefties, it's not that bad as well. 80 BABIP, 104 power, 52 avoid K, 95 contact, 97 gap, 74 I. Not bad there as well. He can play third base. He can play some shortstop as well. 79 range, 74 error, 100 arm, and 76 on the turn double play. In the outfield, he can play a little outfield as well. 44 range, 45 error, 77 arm. However, you're not going to get it on the base card. You're going to have to train him up in left field and right field. Can also play a little first and second as well, but you're not going to get that on the base card either. You're going to have to train up there. Look at that right there. 104 speed, 107 stealing, 111 base run. I mean, we have seen Elly De La Cruz's speed in action. I mean, he beat out a ground ball to first base by, and my God, that's one of the biggest highlights I've seen of him so far. But man, oh man, oh man, this guy, absolutely insane. So there you go. Elly De La Cruz, so far in MLB, he's been doing pretty well. 318, 356, 536, 4 homers, 14 RBI, and 11 stolen bases. That's pretty darn good. 60 future value. This guy is going to be a stud for years to come. So there you go. Elly De La Cruz from the Cincinnati Reds, 100 overall in Perfect Team 24. Alrighty. Man, oh man, we have had some freaking solid cards today, folks. And we got one more in packs that we will be showing off for you today. And let me tell you, this guy is going to be battling with Elly De La Cruz to be the National League Rookie of the Year. Heck, this guy, you know, given that he's been in the big leagues practically all year, I think he might be the NL Rookie of the Year right here, potentially. So, folks, from the Arizona Diamondbacks, 100 overall, Corbin Carroll. 97 BABIP, 86 power, 79 avoid K, 112 contact, 103 gap, and 76 I. Look at the splits against righties. Woo! Woo! 101 BABIP, 91 power, 77 avoid K, 116 contact, 107 gap, 78 I. That is not bad right there. Can play all three outfield positions, left field, center field, right field, 92 range, 97 error, but just 52 on the arm. 52 on the arm. 102 speed, 107 stealing, 111 base running. So you're getting a lot of speed and some pretty good hitting from both of our 100 overall cards here today. He is the number 2 overall prospect in baseball according to Fangraphs. Obviously Arizona's number 1 prospect with a 65 future value, and he has been absolutely killing it in the big league so far. 292, 367, 563 with 18 homers, 46 RBI, and 24 stolen bases. He is a starter in the 2023 MLB All-Star Game because he's been that good this year. Honestly, you could say this guy is a front runner along with Ellie De La Cruz for NL Rookie of the Year right here. Oh boy, I am curious to see how that voting is going to turn out at the end of the season. In his hometown of Seattle as well. That would be absolutely crazy. So there you go. Corbin Carroll. Solid outfielder for the Arizona Diamondbacks. A pretty darn good option for a lot of teams right here. He is in Perfect Team 24. Now, there is going to be Future Legend missions that are going to be coming out today along with these packable cards. And there's a lot of ways we can go with who the topper is going to be with this guy. And I see EVC in the chat has quite a few options here. You know, A-Rod, Harper, David Price, Jose Fernandez, Julio Rodriguez, Vlad Jr. Very, very, very interesting selections there. And one person from that list is going to be the Future Legend reward. Ladies and gentlemen, oh man, here's a player that on his debut became just the third 18-year-old to make his MLB debut since 1900. This guy had to have had a lot of talent to do that. And this guy, you know, is pretty darn good. In fact, he won MVP twice in his career. He has won a boatload of Silver Sluggers, has made a boatload of All-Star games as well. Ladies and gentlemen, 100 overall shortstop from the Seattle Mariners, Alex Rodriguez. 92 BABIP, 122 power, 71 avoid K, 117 contact, 87 gap, 107 I. Look at the splits against lefties. 92 BABIP, 130 power, 72 avoid K, 119 contact, 89 gap, 111 I, and he can play against righties too. 92 BABIP, 119 power, 71 avoid K, 116 contact, 87 gap, and 107 106i. He can play both third and short, fully trained, 97 range, 97 error, 97 arm, 95 turn double play. Woo! And he's got 86 speed, 92 stealing, 89 base run. My, oh my. Alex Rodriguez, I mean, you can say a lot about his career. The highs and the lows of it. But looking at it statistically, just based on pure numbers, one of the best players in MLB history. 295, 380, 550 on the slash line from his career from 1994 to 2016. 696 home runs, 2,086 RBI, 2-time AL MVP, 10-time Silver Slugger, 2-time Gold Glover, 14-time All-Star, is the career leader in Grand Slams with 25 of them. Very good power bat, very good contact bat, can take some walks as well. Might strike out quite a bit though. That's definitely going to be a caveat that comes with this A-Rod card. But he's going to give you some solid defense at both the corner at third and at shortstop right here. Oh man, this guy's going to mash for a lot of people. 100 overall, Alex Rodriguez from the Seattle Mariners. Is it perfect team 24? Oh man. So, you know, there's some great stuff here in this set today. And let me tell you, there's a lot more future legends that are going to be in today's set. Here's quite a few of them. And this still isn't even all of them. All right. This is like 20 more, like 26 more of these right here. There's still more than this that are going to be in today's set. You got Francisco Alvarez from the New York Mets. You got Pete Crow Armstrong from the Cubs, who honestly was like the last one on the cutting room floor to show off on stream here today. Henry Davis from Pittsburgh, who made his MLB debut a little bit ago. Gavin Williams, Logan Allen, that duo from Cleveland is going to be in here. Miguel Bleis from the Boston Red Sox. You got Brooks Lee. You got Mick Abel. You got Colson Montgomery. You got Dale Amador from Colorado. Kobe Mayo from Baltimore. Brian Rocchio from Cleveland. Evan Carter from Texas. Evan Carter, very solid guy right there. Another one that was left on the cutting room floor. Bo Naylor from Cleveland, who just recently made his debut. Michael Bush from the Dodgers. Tink Hentz from St. Louis. Tink Hentz, saw a lot of him in spring training. Looked really good. Cam Collier from the Reds. Tyler Soderstrom from the A's. Luis Angel Acuna from the Rangers. Alex Ramirez from the Mets. Griff McGarry from Philadelphia. Jackson Jobe from the Tigers. Robert Hassel III from Washington. Quinn Priester from Pittsburgh. Marco Luciano, again, from San Francisco. And Samuel Zavala from San Diego. Going to be in packs as well. And there's still a few more. Check the card shop once these cards go live, and you'll know who the rest of these cards are going to be. Alrighty, folks. Well, there you go. There's a look at your future legend collection. Yide Cape, Jack Leiter, Mason Wynn, Andy Pius, Kyle Manzardo, Daniel Espino, Jason Dominguez, Marcelo Mayer, Bobby Miller, Jackson Churio, Grayson Rodriguez, Andrew Painter, Jackson Holiday, Ellie De La Cruz, Corbin Carroll with the topper of Alex Rodriguez. Some fun stuff here today. Woo! Fun cards, folks. These were some fun cards, don't you agree? Like, this is some great stuff here today. Before we head on out for the evening or for the day, whichever time you're watching this on, Let's say congratulations to our weekly leaderboard champs for week 13. Daily Iron, it was Scutcha11 and the OK Oaks getting a 2-week streak going at the top of those leaderboards, 146 points last week. Daily Bronze was won by Griff's 142 and the Manchester Worker Bees with a total of 161 points. Go Cubs Go 16 for the 3rd week in a row, winning the Daily Silver Leaderboard Championship with the Webster Grove Supercells, 98 points right there. Daily Gold was won by Dan Johns in the generic size perfect point package for the 2nd week in a row with 109 points. Daily Diamond was won by Admiral Relativity and the Lamarinda Star Crushers with 144 points, I should say. Daily Open was won by Jeff LTN and the Value City Viffers with 166 points. Daily Wildcard, Issa Daffo took home the top prize last week with 120 points with their Florence Baycats team. Weekly tournaments, it was Esther31 in the Minneapolis Millers with 133 points last week. Perfect Draft Daily was won by KC86 and the Mississauga Leaf Tours with 123 points. Perfect Draft Weekly was won by Weaz and the Vancouver Vibes with 64 points. So congratulations to our weekly leaderboard champions in the tournament realm. Nicely done. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. That's going to do it for today's broadcast. Really appreciate y'all tuning in once again. We will see you next time. We will see you, I believe, tomorrow for another edition of the Friday Showdown. Going to be a fun time tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be able to be there. See you then. I've been DishNet34, Rob Tomlinson, signing out. Have a great day, everybody.